Okay, final sound check. We are now recording.
Horn. It has a little horn because
Billy.
it's electric.
Yes, I'm talking again. I turned into a gorilla. I want to be a gorilla with the strength of 2 gorillas.
Robyn.
I'm allergic to squid-headed guys, apparently.
Or dead rats.
And dead rats.
Yeah,
dead rats left by the previous band.
I wear a patch.
Okay,
patch.
The red patch.
Colin.
It's me. Hey, it's your boy. It's Colin.
Okay, Elaine.
I need to take off my shirt and fight my brother, Billicus.
And now me, testing. That's really loud, but I'm not going to be that close. I'm just afraid of plosives now.
Plosives busters.
Don't bring any Koreans in here.
Right.
Because there's a lot of plosives in their language. And also because I hate Koreans.
What was the question?
Am I wearing clothes?
That's a good question. When you wall shape, do you hulk your clothes? Do you explode
Cut-offs.
your clothes?
Just cut-offs.
I think I remember reading that it just like melds into...
Yeah, because it's like the spell Polymorph Self, so your entire form is changed magically. You don't burst out of your clothes.
When I played 5, it was you could pick. Either they became part of you or you dropped them.
You would walk around naked. You're a druid.
That's true. Am I making you uncomfortable?
I mean, you
No,
could just
I
wear
wish,
cut-offs
I wish
anyway.
you did lose all the clothes. I like throwing in the extra little bits of now I have to drape myself in an American flag. Like, that's how I must walk around for the next few days.
So before we go in then, Colin, review the recap.
I'll review the
How
recap.
have the recaps been going with me doing them?
The recap's been going great. Like, Colin's really been hitting it out of the park. I'm not getting what I want or expect from Andy, the DM, when he's recapping. I think he's really shitting the bed on this one. Elaine's been stepping up to the plate and really hitting some homers on the recaps. She's been recapping good.
I haven't
But
recapped.
like most valuable player in this one is Billicus. He's the recaptain of the team. He's doing real good, real nice. Robyn, thanks for coming.
Last time on Polymorph Self, our heroes ventured inland to the mirage-filled volcanic desert in search of the Masters, mind flayers at the heart of a nefarious plot. They found a vast excavation revealing a long-buried monolith, identical to the one in Kikathra used to transport whole cities through time and space. Faced with this new challenge, Bjorn gave a pep talk to the devout knights of Ertalis. He skillfully talked them out of their faith, courage, and even their will to live. Job done. Next, they entered a temple made of obsidian. In the main temple hall, they took a break to swing happily on the massive floor-to-ceiling curtains. However, the scene soon changed to one of horror when they discovered an inner chamber where the mind flayers feed grubs to screaming victims, which then grow out, devour the brain, and replace the host's head. And so Billicus turned into a gorilla.
I charge at the closest Cthulhu thing, and I just start swinging.
Okay, so one of them is at the bottom of a flight of stairs in front of you next to the strange black viscous pool. The other one is on the opposite side of the hall, walking around the walkway. Which one? The nearest one is the one in the...
The nearest one would be the one in the pit, yeah?
Okay, in your gorilla form, you go charging down the steps and bowling into this mind flayer. Which attack would you like to use?
I would like to use claws.
Okay, its AC is 15. You swing a gorilla claw at it. And it's gorilla claw plus what?
I see +7.
Okay.
So I'm rolling, let's see, you say it's a 15?
AC 15.
15, okay. So I rolled a 6. Plus, was it +7 is 13.
Okay, you are a gorilla. You go charging down the stairs next to the breeding pool with all the grubs in it. You swing a gorilla claw at it, but it just sort of steps back calmly.
Gorillas in the missed him. I stopped play for that. Go on.
That's okay, because the second Mind Flayer's action is just to walk around towards you and draw its longsword, which means, Bjorn, you are actually next in the order, so you make your quip. It was awesome, and then...
I'm going to throw a dagger at him. Or I do. I whip out a throwy.
No, I was just thinking as the DM, were you mind blasted at the beginning of this encounter?
Wait,
but it was only
successfully mind blast, or did they mind blast? But
You're down for 1 round.
was I really?
Yeah, it was only 1 round, so you're back. In fact, you wake up, make the quip, and then take out your throwing dagger.
Yeah, I take out my throwing dagger, and I toss it at him.
Yep, AC 15. He's coming around the walkway, and you throw your dagger.
All right, that's a +8. 17 plus 8 is more than enough, and damage is 1d4. And that's a 3.
Okay, you throw a dagger at him, it slashes him, and falls onto the walkway for 3 points of damage. Seyda.
Which one is closer to me? The one coming up the walkway?
The one down by the pool, but there's also, once you go into the sunken area, it's also a kind of 5-foot walkway around the pool.
Okay.
And there's the stone stairs going down. And then on that walkway, there's a huge gorilla between you and that Mind Flayer. So technically, it would be easier for you to run around the side of the room.
I run around the side of the room and greatsword the other one.
Okay, you charge around the walkway once Bjorn's dagger has flown by, and you engage it.
I have +11. And I rolled a 17 plus 11 is 28.
Okay, it's a hit.
2d6. Can I have another d6? 2d6 plus 4 is 4, and 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay, you slash him with your greatsword for 9 points of damage.
Do I get my second hit?
No, because you charged over there at first. But yeah, once you're in combat, you get your 2 hits around. Yeah, that was 9 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which brings us back in the rotation to Hjani.
Hey, yo. All right, so I also charge at one of them. I will charge at the one that Seyda is charging at. So
looking in front of you, it's a 5-foot walkway around both the edge of this room and in the sunken area around the edge of the water. So that Seyda is between you and it.
Is there a way for me to do a quick slide and then come up behind it?
Under my legs.
You could definitely pick a skill or a dexterity-based skill and try this, but if you failed, you would plummet down to the lower level, which, is only 10 foot down. But so would you like to attempt a maneuver?
Well, wait, so but there's a gorilla in front of the other one.
That's right. Both of them are technically on walkways with one of your party members in between. What's your action?
All right, so I'm going to do my tumble, which is my dexterity bonus, right? Do
you have the skill acrobatics?
Not in this version of the game.
Is there one called tumbling?
There's one called tumbling.
Excellent. What's the...
It's a dexterity check.
And you have no ranks in it,
No
right?
ranks in it.
So your total modifier would be...
Well, my dexterity is +5.
Great, so it's 1d20 plus 5, and this is a 5-foot narrow walkway with 2 people swinging swords around. Mm-hmm. So it's difficulty class 20.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. And I rolled a 5.
So 10 altogether. So you do a somersault into the air, because it's a high-ceilinged big hall. You somersault over the top of them, tuck, roll, land on your feet, and turn, and sort of 1 foot slips over the edge, and you lose your balance, and you start falling. Now, as you start falling, there's 2 outcomes here. Fall onto the walkway for a small amount of falling damage, or splash into the water for no damage, but you're in the viscous black grub pool. Any preference?
You know what? They both sound awful.
Sure. So, well, if you don't have a preference, I'll make a random roll for which one you fall to.
Let's do it.
Here's a d6. Odds is into the water. Evens is onto the walkway. It's evens. You crash down onto the walkway for 4 points of falling and hitting damage.
Whoops.
From a 1d4 that I... But you are now, for next round, behind the other Mind Flayer. Like on the other side to where Billicus is. That's right. It was the plan all along.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, so that brings us to Billicus.
Again?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm going to use a full attack, and I'm going to swing at him and bite him.
So full attack gets 2 claws and 1 bite. So you're going to gorilla maul him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I'm going to maul him.
Okay, so the first one, AC 15.
AC 15. So... I rolled a 16.
Claw plus...
Oh, claw plus 7. So
okay.
16 plus 7 is 21. 23.
Hit.
Am I rolling for every attack at once?
Yes.
All right, sorry. 18 plus 7 is 24.
Yeah, hit, and the bite is
the
plus
bite
what?
is plus 2. So that is 8 plus 2 is 10. So I miss with that one.
Okay, but you maul him with two huge muscle-bound limbs.
And it's the damage is 1d6 plus 5.
So 2d6 plus 10.
Shall I roll them all at once?
Yep.
All right. So 4 plus 10 is 14.
14, okay. You sort of flap him around and maul him with your huge gorilla strength. It's on the sheet, right? What is the strength of the gorilla?
21.
It's looking worse for wear, but the way their armor works is partly a part of their psionic abilities, like a psionic shield. So you do damage, and not a lot of it is getting through, but you're definitely wearing it down, which brings it round to their turn in the order. So one is in front of Seyda.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing it does is
Kisses her.
Oh.
a bolt of psionic energy emanates from it and smashes into you.
No.
For 1d4 plus 1 damage. 4. So 5 points of damage as it steps back and blasts you. And then it's going to have a swing with its sword. What's your AC?
18.
Okay, and it has long sword plus 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. You parry it easily. The other Mind Flayer, who's unaware of Hjani behind it, so much for its amazing mental acuity and powers and psychic powers.
You ain't shit.
Yeah, it's going to slash at Billicus. What's Billicus's armor class?
14.
14, so sword plus 6. 14 plus 6 is 20. It slashes you with a longsword for 1d8 plus 1 damage. 3 plus 1 is 4.
Roger that.
Okay, bringing us to... Okay, Bjorn.
All right, just so I can know what's going on here. I'm still on the walkway. I've got Seyda in front of me and the Mind Flayer on the other side.
On the upper level of the hall.
Yeah, so I've got to get by Seyda to get to that Mind Flayer.
Yes.
All right. I jump up on the... I assume there's a handrail?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Straight up.
It's just a big sunken area in the middle of the
They're
stone
gonna get
floor, yeah. That's why...
It's not handicap accessible.
Yeah, that's why Hjani fell down it when she tried to make a maneuver, because it's just an edge essentially.
Oh, I'm okay. All right. Weird. I gotta get by Seyda, so I need to somersault over Seyda's shoulders.
Yeah, let's.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
And which skill would you like to rely on for that?
Tumble for her, which is a dexterity plus 6. I've got a 6 tumble.
6 tumble, and again it's difficulty class 20 because of the narrow walkway and the fact that
pummel
she's
horse.
fighting.
I got a pummel horse Seyda.
Okay, so you run up to behind Seyda, you pick a moment when her sword is not swinging around, and you try to vault off her and over to the other side.
Top of the head, though. Just like...
No, do the shoulders.
Well, top of the head.
I'm 6 foot tall.
Top of the head. That's a 3 plus 6 is a 9.
Okay, you put your hand on her to vault, and at that moment she's pivoting her body, and it basically sort of kips you off sideways, and you also go plummeting down, and odds the water evens the walkway. It's odds. You go sort of plummeting off the side and splash down into the viscous black fluid full of grubs.
Seyda, you fucked that up and now you're on your own.
I told you go for the shoulders. You went for the head.
You discovered something, though. It's a deep pool. You, fully submerge into it and find yourself floating
This is like
around.
black sludge, right?
It's almost water-like in consistency. It's just got a viscous top. You find out that it's water. You're underneath it, and you can just about see the dim light filtering in through the viscous surface, and you can even moving your hands around. Your hands sort of hit into little wormy things now and again. It's really grim in there.
Gross.
Yeah. So now, Seyda.
I barely noticed that. Great sword, and I've got 2 this time. So the first is plus 11. 12 plus 11 is 23.
That's a hit. The AC is 15.
2d6. It's 2 and 4 is 6, plus 4 is 10.
Okay.
And my second hit is a plus 6. 7 plus 6 is 13.
13. That is not a hit. Hjani.
Hjani!
Guess who's back?
It's me. I take out my longsword of frost and I slash at the back of this squid dude. Mind
Give
Flayer.
yourself an extra +4 for flanking it.
Awesome, because it's a plus 14 then to my attack bonus.
And its AC is 15, so you can only fail with a natural 1.
Let's try not to get a natural 1, guys. 5. I did not fail.
You plunge frost into its back.
It is a 1d8 plus a 1d6. So 3 plus 4 is 7.
And what's your usual strength damage bonus?
It's
a longsword plus what?
a long. For some reason, it says 1d8 plus 6. Oh, sorry. Actually, yeah. So 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6 is 13.
Okay, I've got to break this down for myself and the listeners. What's your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is a plus 3.
And what's the longsword's magical bonus? It's a longsword plus.
Plus 1, plus 4. So it should be plus 4.
So it's 11 points of damage, right? To
Yes.
the one down below.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I get to roll again.
Okay, go.
It's,
AC 15, but you get your plus 4.
Yeah. So a plus 4 plus a plus 5 would be a plus 9. 19. Ooh, which is a critical.
That's right. You get a critical on 19 or 20.
All
so
right.
if you can hit again.
1.
Yeah, that doesn't negate anything. It just means it's not double damage. So it's regular damage.
Well, Hugh. Okay. So 1d8 plus 4 is a 1 plus 4 is 5. And then a 1d6 frost damage is a 5. So
Another 10.
another 10.
Okay, you've gravely wounded it, but it's still walking around. And which now brings us to, in that case, Gorillicus.
Billicus.
It's distracted as it's run through from behind.
Can I do that? Oh, that'd be awesome.
Say your action.
I pick up the Mind Flayer and I want to throw it at the other one.
You're definitely strong enough to do that. What's your grapple bonus?
My grapple bonus is huge, but I forgot what it was. It's
right there.
12, plus 12.
And Mind Flayer's grapple bonus is plus 7, but that's talking about his tentacle attack.
Gross.
So, because it's an opposed check usually, I'm going to just give it its base attack of plus 6, which is not that much different. So I'll roll 1d20 and add 6 for the Mind Flayer. You roll 1d20 and add 12.
Okay.
If you win, you successfully pick it up and throw it. So I'll roll for it first. 9 plus 6 is 15. Now, before you make your roll, I should make it clear. In a grapple attack, if you lose, you provoke an attack of opportunity, which means the Mind Flayer gets a free hit on you.
Okay, but all I need to do is roll a... What is it? What did you roll?
9. I have a total of 15.
Total of
And you
15,
have
so
plus
I need
12.
A 3 or higher or a 4 or higher?
A 3.
A
Equal
3 or
is player
higher.
wins.
Okay. I rolled an 8.
Okay, so Gorillicus, Billicus in gorilla form, grabs the Mind Flayer in a vice-like ape grip, picks it up above his head, and flings it 10 feet up against the other one. So it's a ranged attack, which means it's your base attack plus your dexterity bonus.
So my base attack is plus 3, and...
Your dexterity should be listed there. Keep going down.
Oh, 15. Okay.
So that's plus 2, right? Yeah. So total of plus 5.
Okay.
The AC is 15. Can you successfully...
Either way, you've thrown a Mind Flayer.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
in gorilla form. Go.
17.
King Kong ain't got nothing on him.
You got it in there. Okay, so just to recap, you're down in the pit. Unbeknownst to you, something flies past your head and splashes down into the water. It was Bjorn, never mind. But as he bubbles up from the surface, you just sort of, out the corner of your eye, your ape peripheral, you just see him like, throw it. And it gets through to you somehow, and you grab him in your gorilla grip, pick the Mind Flayer up over your head, and you just throw it hard right into the other one successfully for 1d10 bludgeoning damage.
I rolled a 1.
Well, luckily for you, it was down to 1 hit point. So here's what happens. You pick it up over your head, King Kong style. You just throw it really hard. I was going to say superhumanly, I guess super gorilla-ly up. It smashes into it. It goes reeling back and dashes its head against the side wall and just collapses in a heap in front of Seyda.
Did I do that?
Now,
Urkel.
the one that you tossed should also take 1d10 damage, so roll for that too.
So that is a 9.
Wow, it's still alive and it's sort of dazed and in front of Seyda on its hands and knees. But
It's wondering where its friend just came from.
The one who was hit by the flying one was the one that smashed into the wall and lost its last hit point.
Jesus.
The one that was thrown is now getting its bearings. 9, right? So,
Or it's gorilla-lings.
What?
Do you also have the ability to turn into a bear? We'll try that later.
Why would I turn into a bear when I could just be a gorilla all the time?
Purely for that pun.
yeah. So,
Maybe you want to go to Fire Island for a weekend.
Billicus in King Kong form literally just sort of smashed 2 mind flayers together.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. I'm so glad I whispered that. Does he have mind of gorilla when he's in gorilla form?
I think it's still me.
Oh,
But
I wanted
Yeah.
to be like somehow I got through to the man that's still trapped inside.
No, you are thinking like yourself inside. You just can't express it.
Like, come stop your crying. You're right.
I mean, I'm kind of thick anyway.
Okay, so next is that Mind Flayer's turn, and what it's going to do is it's going to do a Mind Blast in defense. Now, I believe Seyda and Hjani are wearing the Mind Jammer anti-theophanite helmets. Bjorn is not. Billicus is no longer. Gorillicus does not have the helmet on.
It didn't morph.
Yeah, it's morphed, but it's not
okay.
it's not of this material world right now.
It's actually just flopping around in your head like a tiny top hat.
Yeah, which means you have to make the DC 17 willpower save not to be stupefied.
This will be a won't
So it
power.
lets out a blast of psionic energy, the final time it can do it in this fight. So, Bjorn, what's your willpower save?
3.
Okay, roll the dice. You have to beat 17.
It's a 17 plus 3. That's 20.
Okay, you shake off the mind blast and pull yourself up out of the pool, like flicking one of those weird tiny squid head mind flare grubs off your shoulder back into the water. And you're now on the walkway next to Hjani and Gorillicus. Talking of Gorillicus, what's your willpower save in ape form?
It is +2.
Okay, DC 17, equal or higher to save.
Yikes. 3 + 2 is 5.
Okay, so that means you roll 1d8, please.
4.
Okay, you are stunned for 4 rounds.
Wow. Okay.
You just sort of like slump against the wall in the corner and just start contemplating, what is a gorilla doing in a place like this, and what are these strange things? You're like, you've been reduced
What's
to
a nice
gorillas.
gorilla like you?
You've been
what's a
reduced
gorilla like
to
you doing on a place like that?
yeah, you've been reduced to the actual intellect of a gorilla now.
Having a crisis right now.
Yeah, you're having a gorilla existential crisis in the corner. Meanwhile, the next person in the order is Seyda, and this thing is right in front of you.
It's still on its knees.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the decapitation with my greatsword.
Okay.
Let's Ned Stark this.
Post it up on the board.
Plus 11. 16 plus 11 is 22.
Yeah, against an AC of 15, that's a hit.
2d6 plus 4. 1 3 and 1 6 is 9, plus 4 is 13.
And it's got 13 hit points left exactly.
And I decapitate it.
Yeah, it does the mind blast, and you sort of, wearing your mind jammer, you sort of feel a pressure on your head, but nothing. You steady yourself. You see it focusing. Bjorn is kind of resisting and crawling out. Gorillicus sort of sits down, starts looking at its own hands and saying, What is gorilla made of? What is gorilla's purpose? And then you just sort of steady yourself as it's sort of, its tentacles are snaking on its head and its hands are waving as it's trying to turn everyone's minds into mush. You steady yourself and just take its head right off its shoulders.
I don't have anything to say about this. I've become I've decapitated too many things now. Now I'm having a crisis. Like, what's become of me? Oh, guys,
decapitated too
just
many
carry on
things.
for a second. Like,
Also, 4 rounds is 4 6-second action rounds. So you'll be well enough in the mind, Gorillicus, to turn back to Billicus after, let's say, another, 5 or 10 minutes of real time. Then you can turn yourself back. At the moment, you're stuck in gorilla form.
No, this feels like home. This is me. I don't want to go back to Billicus form. I'm naturally a gorilla.
So if that's what you do, then you've got 5 hours
Okay.
of
These are gonna be
in-game time where you stay as a gorilla.
All right.
But after 4 rounds, you'll be able to function as a gorilla
Okay.
for 5 hours before the spell
5
runs
awesome
out.
hours.
Yeah,
I like him like this. I can order him to do awesome stuff.
you can.
can, but
but you can't talk to them directly. Sorry, in-game either. You can't speak human language.
can he make gorilla mimes?
Oh, like
Sure, but
Coco?
we can't hear them. Yeah.
Where's my kid?
Hey, that's not
Where's
nice.
my dog?
That's
Where's
Ice-T's
Manto?
wife you're talking
Is
about.
Manto okay?
So
I forgot.
we sent Manto charging round to attack the mind flayers, but you all got in the way technically. Manto is sitting on its haunches up on the walkway, staring at Gorillicus with a quizzical dog head shaking expression.
Adorable.
It can't. It kind of can sense, because it's magically bonded to you as your druid spirit animal. It can sense it's you, but it sees gorilla, and it's just all kind of confused right now.
And all the gorilla sees when he looks at Manto is, "Oh, big mouse. I love you, big mouse. Gorilla."
By the way, these 2 minor mind flayers are actually worth in total 4,000 experience points.
Yay!
If they're minor mind flayers, I'm not allowed around them. Due to court order.
Well, you're in gorilla form right now, so.
Okay.
So that's 1,000.
500 meters or gorilla form.
Right. I should have gone door to door and explained a few things before this encounter.
Okay, so you are in the breeding hall. Chained to the wall in the sunken area are 4 sort of humans in terrible condition. They're sort of writhing around in pain and moaning. You can't tell if it's their general condition or if a grub has already been fed into their brain stem. You're not sure. The mural depicts the whole thing. It's very grotesque and weird in here. And on the top level of the room at the far end, there are these stairs leading up to some room which has quite a bright source of light shining out of it. And of course, there's back the way you came also.
That was too tentacool. That's all I had to say, really. I'm going to check out these guys chained to the wall.
Oh, I look at the murals on the wall, if only to find out what orifice they feed the grub into.
I hope it's not a pee hole.
Yeah, I hope it's not the dick hole.
Gorilla, as long as you're in gorilla form, you cannot converse with them. Please stop.
Well, I'm thinking, I hope it's not a pee
Oh,
hole.
wait, you mean Billy's going to talk even less than he already
do
does?
I have to grunt?
No, you just can't say anything.
Fine.
You can't interact with them. You can only interact with me. Or if I say, Gorillicus, what do? You can think out loud. That's fine.
You can gorilla scream.
You say to a gorilla who just looks back at you quizzically, Seyda.
I'm also going to go and check on the condition of the captives.
Starting with Bjorn, after studying the weird, grotesque murals, you quickly discern that they put them right at the nose and it burrows behind the eye, down the side, and locates the base of the brain and nestles there. Because as it grows, it sort of wraps around and replaces the stem and then eats the brain and grows out and forms a new head.
A new head of squid.
Yeah, its head, because it's these grubs, by the way, like the ones you were swimming with that you brushed off, they look like tiny versions of the squid head, but instead of a body, a little tail.
They look cute.
Or gross, depending what you find cute.
What do they taste like?
I don't want to eat one.
I wouldn't
It's
put
gonna
one
nestle
inside
around
your
my brain.
head. Yeah, I wouldn't put one inside your head. Up there, they're sort of like, there's a ritual and they're kind of shoved up the nose.
So essentially this mural is just like their fucked up version of the birds and the bees.
Yeah, it's basically sex ed.
heads made, father?
That's
It's a
right.
user manual.
A daddy squid bug comes along and makes a grub, and then the grub goes up the nose, and then, yeah. That's what you're looking at,
Squid
yes.
mommy loves a squid daddy.
Hjani, you were... Sorry, where were you
I
going?
went to look at the captives.
Yeah, they all have their nostrils. They all have at least one nostril, which is sort of blood-caked and malformed.
Oh, so they're going to turn into the squid head people. Should we just put them out of their misery?
Ask them a question first, for God's sake.
Do I really want to know more about the people I'm about to put out of their misery?
I check up the nose, like how far has the grub gone? Is there any way?
How are you going to go about checking up one of these people's noses?
I'm not gonna. I just do a little peek under, like, and
You lift
move
your
their-
nose skirt,
and
obviously.
lift their nose skirt.
It's a
I'm just gonna move the nostril to the side and see if there's like anything I can see.
No, it's a dark, blood-caked hole. You can't really see how deep it goes
I tried.
without lights or some form of strategy. But when you touch their nose, they're chained by they're like manacled to the wall. When you're like touching their nose, they're almost not noticing that you're there. They just kind of got a middle distance stare and moaning.
Kill him.
Euthanasia.
Do we have any painless ways to kill them? Oh, Billy's a gorilla, so
I can smash their head in the wall. I smashed their head in the wall.
All of them.
Well, one of them.
Just to see how it takes.
Gorillicus comes out of his stupor, sort of gorilla waddles like on all fours over to them, and you stand aside to see what Gorillicus is going to do. And this huge gorilla just sort of puts its huge paw on their heads and just one by one swats their heads into mush.
Does
And
anything come out to any
their brains appear to be a mixture of brain matter and black goo.
Okay, I don't feel that bad.
And you wait. And eventually you do see sort of like large hand-sized Cthulhu grub things milling around the brainstem.
I stomp on them.
Yeah, you easily squish all four.
Wait, we could have questioned them.
I feel terrible. I was just going to see if Billicus had some herbs we could use on these guys.
We're in a better place now.
A gorilla crushed their skulls.
Maybe you could just say like a word for them or something like that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
I guess that's a word.
But as I'm assuming the other squid head guys were previously people. Were they wearing clothes? Can we check what they were wearing?
The mind flayers, they're wearing purple robes over a kind of, it's not really leather armor, but it's like, it's got leather pieces worn into these purple robes. Their bodies, do you want to check their bodies under the robes?
Okay.
They resemble human bodies, of one is male, one female apparently, but their skin has become sort of knotted, black veined and purple and leathery. And their hands have like turned into basically like clawed fingers, yeah.
This is all pretty gross.
Gross.
And this place, I mentioned it when you first came in, that pool smells of fetid death and rot.
And he's been in it.
Yeah, you do not smell good right now, Bjorn.
I've been in it, yeah. Billicus has been in it.
Yeah, but I'm a gorilla.
You fell, but you didn't fall
No,
in the water?
You
No.
fell onto the walkway below.
Billicus didn't go in the pool, did he?
Oh, I thought he
No,
did.
no,
No, only you.
Only
I thought I was in
you
there too.
are
Yeah.
smelling of like 1,000-year corpse rot smell.
We've been here before. That's fine. You guys are used to it anyways.
Yeah, by now, actually, I think we are.
Yeah,
We
it
smelled many
would
a
be
bad
strange
thing.
for us to stay clean. Do you guys need to check around for something else, or
Let's
shall
go
we
up the
check out the
stairs.
top? Yeah, we head.
Up the stairs.
Thank you.
Gorillicus, what do you do?
I'm following.
Okay, the gorilla follows you.
Yeah.
It's
He's a
awesome.
gorilla.
Oh,
and
you're
he's
no
not
longer
stupid.
stupid. You're no longer stupefied. You are Billicus inside the gorilla's body.
Okay.
You're just unable to say English or
All right.
common. Sorry.
And what a body.
Yeah, but you're fully intelligent
you.
Have
underneath.
you been working out, Billicus?
I'm so happy that you guys noticed.
Yeah. Okay, you go up to the stairs and you come out into a smaller, square, high-ceilinged chamber, and in the middle of it, you see something you've seen before when you travelled mysteriously through a portal to come to these lands. It's on the floor. It's a kind of a steel rune-carved circle set into the ground, and there is a kind of circle of light, like what did we call it? A gyroscope, like several circles all spinning around each other, made up of beams of light. This looks active, and in front of it, there's again a kind of sort of metal plate set in the ground, which is like the place you stand. Or whatever. So there's this weird, like, circles spinning around each other made of light over a metal plate carved with runes, and the rest of the room seems to be empty, but it's really shining brightly. It's like a brightly lit room, and this sort of like yellow-white light just goes shining down the stairs. That's what you could see.
Yeah, the last time we were in one of these rooms, didn't we lose a member of the party?
I was going to say, should
Is
we
that-
put the Onas ball on it?
The last time we were here, Onas sat in a chair and activated it.
Onas sat in a chair, and he activated it. Another time was a portal like this, and he stood on the plate and got a vision of where it went or around. And the time that you came to this area was you walked through the circles and activated it and were transported to the island portal. So there were 3 different outcomes you've had with specific actions in the past.
So,
Alright.
so if we walk through this, are we going to end up in the hell world that they're trying to summon? That's going to going to kill everything on our world?
Well, there's also the stage of standing on the plate to see where the portal leads. Or yeah.
Well, do you want to just hold hands and go through? See what happens?
I hold hands with Hjani.
All right. I hold hands with Hjani too.
Oh, who's going to hold hands with the gorilla?
I hold hands with the gorilla.
What about Manto?
Oh,
I hold his paw.
All right.
He's okay with me, yeah?
He's really reluctant to go near the portal. He's kind of whimpering and stuff.
But he's okay with me.
If you command him. Well, he's not sure who you are because you're a gorilla. He's like not really, you can't give him commands.
Really? Okay.
He senses it's you, but he's very confused.
I have handle animal.
What's your handle animal skill?
My handle animal skill is +5.
Okay, DC 12 basic handle animal check to make Manto calm down and come with you guys.
That is a 13 +5 is 18.
Okay, Manto feels very comfortable around you and comes to your side. So you suspect this might be a portal into a hell world with a whole nation of these things, and you're going to just jump on through. Just to be clear, because anything can happen in this game, it's fine.
Why not? What else are we going to do? Spot around here?
Well, you know,
I don't think so.
I mean, do we notice anything?
Well, you haven't been in the monolith or under the temple or a whole bunch of stuff, but it's totally up to you. I'm not trying to stop you. I have an idea
you
about these
son
things.
of a bitch.
Oh, there's like more to discover?
There
But I
was
thought-
the temple that we didn't go to because
Oh.
there's like a dugout bit underneath, and we came straight ahead into the curtained area.
The whole area that Andy spent so much time designing, and we're just like, yeah, we're not gonna.
Oh, no, you can do that. It's that you previously talked about there was a dragon, the dragon must have a treasure. And anyway, so you all hold hands and jump into the portal. Your surroundings, and this is all of you, by the way, because you all jumped in, so everyone experiences this simultaneously, but you're not aware of each other when it happens. Your surroundings melt away, and you are taken into a vision. The portal pulses. It is taking you on a journey. You see the vastness of cold space around the tiny bubble that is your homeworld. Your sun, you see, is an impossibly large furnace spitting arcs of flame across its surface. The cosmos spins, and you fly away to spiral galaxies, clouds of brightly coloured gas, and cold, empty space. So cold. So empty. An endless void in which you are a tiny pinprick. Now, you seem to be on another world. Civilizations burn as the Illithid and their automaton servants lay waste to all life, burning the remains as tentacle faces suck the brains from screaming victims. High in some mountains, you now arrive at a terrible city composed of black angular structures, the like of which you've never seen. The streets are full of these mind flayers. High in their dread castle, the leaders, powerful and seething with hatred for all life, stare into a portal, plotting the time when they shall arrive in force on a new world. And you materialize back in the portal chamber. It has not let you through, but it has shown you this vision. And now everyone has to make a DC 25 will save or be a babbling fool for 1d8 hours.
Whoa.
Let's start with, because you previously had no concept of a universe even existing or what the sun was like or anything like this. This is like, extremely mind-blowing stuff, especially for a gorilla.
I didn't even know I had a son.
Exactly. So let's start with Hjani. What's your willpower save?
Oh, I believe it's 1. So do I even bother?
Really?
No,
Yeah.
it's 3.
No, willpower, 1.
Yeah, 1. Will.
Wow.
Yeah,
1.
but you have to
I
add
have
your...
a base save of 2. I have a ability
Oh,
modifier of
-1.
-1. And so
Yeah,
my thing
and
is 1.
natural 20s don't count in saving
Yeah,
throw rolls,
so
as
I'm
far as I
pretty
know.
sure I'm just babbling. I'm a babbling brook.
I say if you do roll a natural 20, then I will allow it in this case.
Sure. All right, let's do it. I did not. I rolled a natural 10.
Okay, let me roll 1d8 here. 1. So for 1 hour of game time, you are just sort of sat in the corner, just unable to act in a normal way. Just
It
alone with
reminded
your
me of my
thoughts.
mother.
Well, we'll get to what you're thinking about. We'll get to everyone. Bjorn, what's your willpower save?
3.
Okay, so you also would need a natural 20.
Damn it. That's 1.
Interesting. In that case, I'm going to go straight to the maximum. So you're going to be babbling and incoherent for a whole game day. And Seyda?
I have +3. I rolled a 15. I start crying into Manto's fur.
For 7 hours.
We have to get Manto's will save, too.
Gorillicus, what's the will save in ape form?
2. So no reason.
You must need a. I'm allowing
20,
natural
yeah.
20s here.
All right. 14.
Okay, so let me roll the amount of hours. 5 hours, so a 5, a 7, and a maximum all day. So Hjani's the one. So what's going to happen is we're going to hear a bit of Hjani's thought process during an hour, and then you're going to come around first, essentially, and have actions, and the others are going to be... You're going to get to decide how you're going to handle the situation. So first of all, Hjani, so you're sat in the corner.
So, Mother was right. I am an insignificant prick. And the universe is much bigger than I ever thought. And I'm not worth anything. But I didn't actually think I was worth anything to begin with. So I suppose this is not such a bad thing to find out. I actually feel a lot better about myself now that I know that nobody's worth anything. Really.
And you wake up feeling quite happy to find the others are all out of it and still babbling, and you're in the original portal chamber.
Oh, well, gosh. I guess I put, things between their teeth so that they don't try, they don't hurt themselves.
Like what example, for example?
I mean, I have,
A girl.
No, not grubs. Well, I still have a bondage kit, so there must be little things in that bondage kit.
You have everyone else. No talking, please. You're babbling. I'll come to that in a moment. You ball gag them all. You find ball gags and
then I put them on their sides so that they don't, choke on their own vomit.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I know how to do this, and then I just I stretch my arms, put my sword by my side, and just sit back and relax and wait for everyone to get over it.
Okay, well, Gorillicus will be the first one to wake up, at which point he will also have turned back to Billicus. So, Gorillicus, as Billicus in Gorillicus,
Yes.
in an existential crisis that is so bad you can't move. What do you think about before you are the next one to wake up?
I don't even know who I am anymore. I mean, being a gorilla is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But, like, being a tree, that was pretty sweet, too. You know? Or should I just be full-time Gorillicus? I don't know.
What
Is it worth being anything?
How do you judge the value between the gorilla and the tree?
That's
Which
some
one would be
Zen.
better?
I mean, I don't know. That's a Zen question right there. How do you judge the value?
Are you a tree that dreamed you were a gorilla, or a gorilla that dreamed you were a tree?
My mind is blown.
These are all voices you're hearing in your head, by the way.
What if I'm a tree right now, dreaming about playing a game with you guys? This is fucked up, man.
Okay, and you wake up next. You wake up to find you're in your regular elven form, but you've got an S&M ball gag in your mouth, and you're lying on your side in a spoon's position with Bjorn, who's still out of it. And
Am I spooning him?
Hjani's kind of looking at you with a grin on her face.
So I'm spooning him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're awake.
Just stay there
Your
for
ball
Do you
gag.
stroke his hair?
I've woken up to worse, I suppose.
Okay,
He
That's
does stink, though.
Seyda, what are you... Okay, so let's go to Seyda. Seyda?
I'm just so sad. I just keep decapitating things, and I don't know why. I'm a good person, and then I keep killing all of these things, and the animals. What still if the animals die? The wolves, then the ponies and the wolf ponies. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I should have stayed on the farm. I should have stayed on the farm with the ponies.
And you also, just before you wake up, you hear a strange... you don't know why your psyche picks this. You hear the voice of Bjorn asking you a question in your head, too.
Hey, it's mine, Bjorn. I guess this isn't a change from anything, because I'm always walking around in your head all day. And here I am.
Even my mind Bjorn doesn't have anything interesting to say to me. Like, I just don't know what's
I may not
going
have
on.
anything interesting to say, but I've got a lot of it. So here it comes, baby.
You wake up with
sweat.
in the fetal position with a ball gag and with Hjani grinning at you.
Do I at least have Manto still?
Manto's licking Billicus's face.
Oh, I don't even have Manto anymore.
Yeah, or lemons. You're all alone in the cold, dark universe. And ultimately will perish.
To my world, kid.
Maybe I should buy a cat.
Bjorn, you're the last one still out of it. And so what's going on in the mind of Bjorn? And you're also going to hear questions from the voice of Billicus for reasons you don't know.
This is nice. Finally, I don't have to be running around everywhere. I can just kind of just take a trip in my own brain. Just take a trip in my own mind and not have to carry this group.
Hey, man. Have you seen my keys?
Billicus?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I lost my keys, man.
Keys to what? You don't own anything. What are you doing in my brain?
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya. Anyways, like I was saying, this is nice.
You've all woken up, and you woke up with a ball gag in your mouth, yeah. Okay, ball gags are out, and...
Yeah, okay, return them here. I might need to use them
You want me to
again.
rinse mine off?
I spit mine into your palm.
Ugh.